Well, hello, everyone. We are so excited to come to you again for another December co-taught lesson. We would love to hear from you, and we'll let you know how we can do that. Teachers, you might be able to connect with us in the YouTube chat, and we're going to have a special way coming up for students to connect with us. Teachers, just a note that if you missed our Tuesday session where we built snowmen, or you liked it so much that you would like to do more, you can check out this link for a whole playlist of other fun Christmas digital skill building activities. A reminder again for you today that we are in YouTube. So if you need to catch up, if recess happens, you just press pause. And then when you're ready, you can come on back and press play and finish up. Today's lesson will be a little different than our snowman lesson. You'll be following along in a different way today, so you might be able to stick with us a little bit more. We can not see and hear you. You can hear and see us, but we cannot see and hear you. And so today we are actually really hoping to interact with you and get some ideas and some information from you. Savannah built a snowman. We know that already. That's why Savannah knows about our little form here. So if on your Chromebook, friends, if you can go to a new tab and type in bit.ly/PRPS 222, that is how we're going to communicate with you. And today we're going to have lots and lots of questions that you're answering in that chat. So we're going to start off with a practice one today because this is like the deal. So our very first question, what school are you from and what grade you're in? So in a new tab, bit.ly/PRPS 222. And if you put your name in there, just first names, because we always want to be digitally safe, your first name and your grade and what school you're from, we might get a shout out. Like we could say, hi, Cooper from Irvin grade 4.
Or Blake from Irvin grade 6.
I wonder if that's Miss Weimer's class and Miss Redmond's class is my guess. You can let us know if we've got the right classes there.
Well, we've got quite a few from Irvin grade 6 chiming in here. We've got Diesel and Grayson and Pippi.
Casey built a snowman. All right. So we've got Irvin in the house. Excellent. Okay. So
grade 4 Irvin.
Today we are going to talk about, we're going to do lots of fun things, but we're also going to talk a little bit about AI or artificial intelligence. And so our very first question is like this. Take a look at my little picture here. We've got a car and we've got a 10-year-old. Now, some of you are a little bit older than 10. Some of you are a little bit younger than 10. But my question is this. Could you, as a 10-year-old, hypothetically, get into your mom's car and drive it? Like, could you turn it on and step on the gas and go? Probably lots of you could. But now here's the better question. Should you drive your mom's car when you're 10 years old or 11 or 12? And we all know the answer to that is obviously a big no. You should not drive your mom's car. So, or your dad's car or anybody's car until you have a license. And so today, as we talk about artificial intelligence, we want to think about it like driving a car. It's important to know the training and the basics. Now, someone would say, well, Mrs. Cannikins, of course you shouldn't drive a car without a license, but AI, it's just on a computer or it's on my phone app or my mom's phone app. Come on, how difficult can that be? Well, we really believe, Ms. Nixdorf and I, that it's super important that you know about AI so that you can use it wisely and safely. So in December, the first week and 2 of December is actually something called Hour of AI. It used to be called Hour of Code. And this year, AI is so crucial to how our world is changing and even how AI is changing how we code this year, Hour of Code has become Hour of AI. And so if you look at my screen here, teachers, you can see today we're going to try some AI activities together. But then you can also, teachers click on host an event if you Google Hour of AI. And if you want to do any of these activities in more depth today with your own students, or you're gonna see a website where you have lots of other options to choose from. If you want to go and you do anything else the Hour of AI, be sure to fill out that little form that says you've hosted an event. You don't have to do any advanced planning. If you do Hour of AI beyond what we do today with your students, you can just pop right in there and do that. And so here you can see this is the live site. And so there's all sorts of information here, and we are going to go into the tab Teachers that says try an AI activity. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead here. The activity that we're going to look for is called Two Truths and AI. Mrs. Nixdorf, have you ever heard of the game Two Truths and a Lie?
I have. And so this is sort of similar, but we're looking for the AI version versus the two real versions.
Okay, so we're going to go in and I'm going to jump into this activity. And actually, I'll go there right now.
Mrs. Cannikins, we just want to clarify. We're following along with us today on the YouTube link. And if you wanted to try this in your classroom, you would do that later when we're not with you.
Yeah, so teachers, you don't need to go here right now. Your students are going to play along with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come into the site and I'm going to model to click start.
So while Mrs. Cannikins is getting ready, students, you want to have your form open and ready so that you can play along with us. When the screen changes and the game starts, we're going to ask you to predict which one is the AI, and we'll see if we get it right together.
Right. So I just have to move my window open here. Now, Miss Nixdorf, I want to make sure that I get the timer off. Okay, so let's see. Maybe I haven't come to that one yet. So right here. So we're not going to watch the little movie. Basically, the movie says things like this. You're going to look for text that doesn't make sense. You're going to see 3 movie posters about movies that I know you've seen before.
Lots have.
Have, for sure. So you'll know at least one of these movies. So you're going to look for text that doesn't make sense. Maybe some body parts that seem a little strange, an arm that looks like it's bent funny. Maybe it'll be details that don't belong because you know the movie and it's like, that's not from that movie. Or something is just either weird, maybe it's missing or it's included and it shouldn't be. So you're looking for things that seem off. That's because likely something was made with AI. So the first things that we're going to do right now is kind of get a sense of the fact that AI is out there, and you know that AI can be in pictures. We're just going to practice some AI recognition. Okay, so let's see. I think this is one I'm on. So I'm going to choose the grade level. We're going to go ages 5 to 12.
I think that's a good idea. We have lots of grade 4 and grade 6.
Up here, this is important for us today, Miss Nixdorf. Can you see where it says timed?
Yes.
You didn't like this game the first time you played it because you said it went too fast. Okay, so I'm going to turn that off so that we have time to talk and wait for your guesses in the form. Okay, so when you guess, you're going to put your name and then you're going to put, I think, A, B, or C to tell us which one. So we'll just do easy to start. Woo! And it's Winnie the Pooh. Okay, so A, B, C. Miss Nixdorf is going to give some answers. Friends, in the form right now, I'm just going to leave my screen up here. Which of these, first, second, or third? Should we go 1, 2, 3 or ABC?
Let's go ABC.
ABC. Okay, ABC. Which one do you think is not real?
Okay, I see a bunch of answers coming in, and it's a lot of B's. There's a lot of B's.
What are you going with, Miss Nixdorf?
Well, let's see here. Yeah, I think that they're right. I think it is.
Okay.
Me.
Look at that. We got a green check mark. Okay, next is Minions. Okay, so Minions, everybody. Now we're doing Minions. A, B, or C. So I see Illumination, Minions, Papaya, Minions, Horizon.
Oh. The A's are starting to come in fast and furious, Mrs. Cannikins.
Well, don't shout out the answers too soon there. Maybe on the next one. So do you think it's A?
I think it is.
Tell
A.
us why you think it's A.
Well, I don't recall anything about papayas in the Minions movies.
Okay, we're right. Okay, next one is Night at the Museum. Now, this time A, B, or C, but if you can, friends, we'd like you to type this time why you think, just really in short, why you think it might be A, B, or C. Huh. Boy, I haven't seen this movie enough to know the answer. Do you know the answer to this one, Ms. Nixdorf? Let's see.
Got me a bit stumped, actually.
Okay, well, I don't see any reasons yet. I see lots of letters. Some people are saying it doesn't look right. Some people are taking a guess.
I don't know. I think I recall C being a real one, so I'm wondering if it's.
Okay.
I don't know this one.
I think B.
Well, Sadie says she thinks it's C because
Okay,
she's watched it.
let's try it.
And
Oh,
Diesel
okay.
says C because it had a weird projector.
Okay. It was not C. Okay, Shrek. Shrek is next.
So friends, keep telling us A, B, or C and why you think it might be that.
Okay, so Shrek. Miss Nixdorf, you need to talk through these and
Well, friends, we can see what there seems to be a glaring mistake on C this time. Can we see that? Yeah, look at our friends Pippi. She noticed there's a spelling mistake. Oh, yeah, lots of them say
so
C.
instead of Shrek, it's Shriek. All right, so that is definitely something we want to look for, and sure enough, that was right. Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here's a new one.
Are these three different ones?
Yeah. Well, these are all from Dab Pilkey, I think.
Okay. So Colonel Cat Kid, Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Is there a Captain Underpants movie?
There is a Captain Underpants movie, and I believe there is a new cat series, but I don't think it's called Colonel Cat Kid. And I think lots of
You want to go with that one?
Well, lots of our friends are saying A, and Blakely says A. Please shout out that she said A. Were we right? All right, here we go.
Okay.
Here's a new one.
So, okay. Moana. Tangled. Oh, I think I'm just going to guess B unless that's a big trick. Okay. Even I got that one.
All right, here's another new one.
Okay. Pumpkin Puppies, Paranorman, and Frankenweenie. Anything sticking out to you here, Mrs. Nixdorf?
Well, I honestly, I don't know because the Paranorman I thought was a movie, but the lake above it is kind of throwing me.
The what?
The whatever the word is above the
lake.
Paranorman.
Okay, should we try that one?
Yeah, I think that's what's. Yeah.
No, wasn't that one? I wish they let us
know the correct.
No,
answer.
no, why? Okay.
Oh, well, all our friends told us to pick A, and we went against their judgment. So here we go. We've got a new one, friends. Which one now? I guess Mrs. Cannon.
Okay, Wallace and Gromit.
Our friends.
Okay. Well, they got to give us reasons if we're gonna.
Well, that's
trust them. Okay,
that is true.
So the Curse of the Were-Rabbit, Wallace and Gromit, Attack of the Cheese Cow, and the Vengeful Most Foul.
Oh. Well, I do know Wallace and Gromit, but I'm not sure I know. I don't think I know these ones. The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. I'm not sure. Well, friends say they don't really know either.
I'm gonna go with B.
Well,
B is speaking
Garrett
to me.
says he just knows it's B.
Oh, it was B.
Way to go, Garrett.
Okay. Oh, Harry Potter. All right.
Go.
Now, okay, this one's
so
interesting.
Remember to give us a reason when you tell us what your response is.
Because I've watched these movies a lot, I have a reason for this one. My reason is one of the movie posters does not look like the actual real actors. That's what I would say. So I'm going to pick C.
So Madison agrees with you.
Oh, lots of people say B. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone.
Well, Casey said that they watch all the movies and they're saying B.
Sorcerer's Stone is what it was originally called, and then when it came to North America, it was called the Philosopher's Stone. Okay, Paddington Bear. I've only ever read Paddington books when I was in grade 4, but now Paddington Station. Okay, this maybe is going to be our last one here.
Okay. Well, I think Paddington in Peru is a real movie, and the original Paddington I don't think had a subtitle.
Oh, actually, this Paddington Bear looks different.
Yeah, and I don't.
just- okay.
And what's Paddington?
It's okay.
holding?
You did
Yeah.
AI amazing.
We got
You
8
passed, and you almost got a perfect score. So here are some tips to help you next time. AI can be used to alter objects. These changes can be big or small, so you have to pay attention to the details. Look, here's Piglet looking like Eeyore. And wait, Eeyore even appears twice in the same poster. AI has some trouble making real words. It can make shapes that
Oh,
look
I
like
didn't notice
letters,
that
but
Piglet
the
had
text can
Eeyore's.
sometimes be misleading, false, or out of place. Look at this movie poster. In the corner where it should say movie, it's just squiggly marks that don't make sense. Use what you already know. If you're familiar with Winnie the Pooh, you would know it's weird for Eeyore to appear twice, or for Piglet to look like Eeyore. AI doesn't understand story worlds like we do. When something doesn't match what you know should be true, that's a sign AI might be involved. Your knowledge is your superpower against AI tricks.
Okay, I love that. Our knowledge is our superpower against AI tricks. All right, so that is excellent. We are going to, we're going to come back to the hour of AI. Friends, thank you for playing and guessing along with us. Ms. Nixdorf, do we have any other new schools here? If you're from not Irvin, if you're from another school, let us know what grade and school you're coming to us from. We know we've got some Irvin in the house today.
Well, it looks like Irvin grade 4 and grade 6 is
Okay.
here. So we know that, but we want to know other schools.
Okay, so now what we're going to do, friends, we're going to have you actually not use your Chromebooks for this one. We're going to have you just watch, and we're going to continue to talk about AI and how AI draws things. Right now, AI is getting better and better at drawing things all the time, but we want to, in order to be a great AI citizen, and AI is going to be so much a part of our future, we need to know how AI works and how it's been trained. And so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to play a quick little game. I'm going to play a little game, and then we're going to talk through it. Now, your teacher can draw this address on the whiteboard, and then when you're done today or tomorrow or sometime before Christmas, you can try this game as well. So right now, it's not so much for you to try as just to kind of watch and go through it. So
right now would be a good time to probably alligator
you know how
your
when
Chromebooks.
Mrs. Cannikins or Miss Nixdorf, we sometimes ask you to alligator your Chromebooks. That would be a good time to do that. Okay, so we're going to play, and then we're going to come back to this screen, Mrs. Nixdorf, and do some learning about what this little game does, how it teaches us about AI. So I'm going to click on Let's Draw, and now I'm going to try to draw on my trackpad with my fingers. So this is tough. Okay, so snake. Okay, got it. Oh, it's usually.
Oh, I know. It's snake.
Okay, shorts. It's a little behind here.
I see party hat. Oh, I know. It's shorts.
Well, that was quick. Okay, I've got a body.
I see hockey puck, or watermelon, or flying saucer. I see shoe, or mosquito. Oh, I know. It's bee.
You didn't even get the stripes on it.
Okay, this scorpion. This is a little. Yeah, I don't know. Scorpions have.
I see circle, or shoe, or frying pan, or mouse. I see satellite, or crab, or mosquito,
I don't
or
even know
spider.
how many.
I see frog.
I think they're arachnids.
I see ant.
I know, but I don't know how to draw that.
I have no clue what you're drawing.
Me neither.
Sorry, I couldn't guess it.
Okay, well, that was my scorpion. That's okay. It's hard to get them right. Okay, so green bean. So I'm
I
gonna
see
draw
squiggle,
like this.
or line. Oh, I know. It's green bean.
Wow. Truck. Okay. I'm gonna draw.
I see line, or leg, or squiggle, or shoe, or
goodness.
bow tie. I see fire truck, or van, or bus, or school bus, or car. Oh, I know. It's truck.
Okay, that was pretty pathetic, that truck. Yes. Okay, so now what happens, it says I got 5 out of 6. So here's where the really important part comes. It's fun to play Google Quick Draw. However, did you know that companies like Google have been taking our practice in free games like this for over a decade. And they've been using our play to help create their AI systems. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to click on my scorpion, because first of all, I don't even know what a scorpion looks like to draw it actually off the top of my head. So I'm going to click on that. And what it's going to do is it's going to show me what other people drew. Okay, so it thought from my picture, spider, yep, crab, and ant. Those were what the computer thought it looked like. Let's see how other people, those things. Drew scorpions and a tail. I was trying to get like a stinger on a tail. Okay, so definitely. So now let's take a look at the similarities. So there's a body. This one right here kind of looks like mine, except I didn't have that tail thing on there. I was kind of going there at the end. So that one doesn't even have, like, look at that one. How do you get scorpion out of that one? Hey, look at how different these are. So these were not all successful draws, Ms. Nixdorf, but what it did is it took ones that it guessed successfully and ones that it asked for scorpion, and what did people draw over time.
The scorpion's not necessarily so commonplace like a bumblebee.
Not here anyways. In other parts of the world, scorpion would be better. So that's one thing. So we want to see like what did people draw. Now here is the real what I think is the real magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to X out here. I'm going to get back to the beginning of the game, and now take a look at this. We're going to click on, before we go to our next game, this thing called World's Largest Doodling Data Set. And so what this does is it shows all the different items that are in Google Quick Draw. And what I love about it is what it does when I'm going to open one, as I open it up, it's going to show you how a bunch of them are drawn in the order that it's drawn. So we're going to see what
the starting point,
what line or what part of the object do people draw first. So let's try a couple. This is a lion. Okay, so I'm going to click lion. Watch what people draw first. Okay, look at that. Hey, can I get that to? All right, so from Netherlands.
Look at this. Almost
Canada.
Every single one draws the circle face first, followed by the mane.
The mane is almost always last. Hey, so if I scroll over those, I bet that one wasn't. Well, anyways, okay, so that's a lion. Let's try one or two more here. Let's hit randomize. Okay, let's see. Oh, is this scorpion? No, this is crab. Okay, so you can see here often the body first and then the arms. Kind of like my scorpion. Body first and then the arms. So all of these different things that are happening here, this is exactly how AI learns. This is a spreadsheet.
Oh,
look at that. I'm interested to see. So people draw either lines first or rows first. Look at that. Hey, so the computer learns as the people play the game. As we play the game, we're giving the computer data. It's using this data that we give it for free because it's like, yay, a free game. It's using that to train its AI machines over time.
Right, and not just for the game, of course. They use the data in all of their AI products.
Yes, so that is Quick Draw, and you can try that out later. You're not going to want to be trying that out right now because we're gonna keep going here. So what we're trying to build is we played a game where there was images, right? And we could see how AI had generated images. With Quick Draw, we go way back even before generative AI, and we see how companies have been training AI machines for a long time using data from people like us. Now, that was Quick Draw. Oh, that was shoe. Okay. Now, Quick Draw also created, Google then used Quick Draw to create something called Auto Draw, and we're not going to spend a lot of time here. Delete all. Well, actually, I'll just draw. I've already been drawing here, but there's this little pen here. So if I draw, I'm drawing in the top corner here. I'll just draw another Christmas tree. If you look at the top of my screen, can you see at the top, it says, do you mean one of these things? Can you see?
Look at that.
So it's done the same thing that we just saw in Quick Draw.
And there it is.
And there I could pick that tree. It's a little different than the one I picked last time. And I could make a whole scene out of the Auto Draw. Now, it also has a regular drawing tool that I've got off to the side. So the black pen is the magic pen that that will give you automatic drawings. And then the other ones, you can just make a scene there. So Google made auto draw from quick draw. Okay. That's a fun one to create with too, if you're looking for something. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to move from quick draw, which is machine learning, to more about machine learning. So we're going to watch a little bit of this video here. And I don't think we've heard that video, the sound didn't come through. I think we're doing okay with the sound there. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch a video, and then we're going to go back to Hour of AI, and we're going to play another game. Okay. So let's watch just this little bit where these two gals who work for code.org tell us about machine learning.
Machine learning is how computers recognize patterns and make decisions without being explicitly programmed. What's so exciting is that it's a completely different way to program a computer than what we've ever done before. With machine learning, instead of programming a computer step by step, you can program a computer to learn just like you learn, through trial and error and lots of practice.
Learning comes from experience, and that's true for machine learning too. In this case, experience means lots and lots of data. Machine learning can take in any kind of data: images, video, audio, or text, and begin to recognize patterns in that data. Once it learns to recognize patterns in the data, it can also learn to make predictions based on those patterns, like noticing the difference between an image of a car and an image of a bicycle.
AI and machine learning are playing a bigger and bigger role in society at large and shaping all of our futures. That's why it's so important to learn how it works with some hands-on experience.
Okay, so that's exactly what we're trying to give you today. Some ideas, give your teachers some ideas for hands-on experience. And there it talks about how machines learn from data. So we just gave Google Quick Draw more data when we played their game. So every time people, again, play that game, they're getting data to train their machines. We've been talking about Hour of Code, and now it's Hour of AI. We looked at one where we saw two truths in an AI. We're going to go and we're going to look at another game, and this one's called AI for Oceans. And so it starts off with actually the video of the ladies that we just saw. We just watched that. So I'm going to pop up to the second tab over here. Now, all right. So it talks, this is a game about cleaning up the world's oceans. And so what our game is going to do is it's going to simulate how a machine could be programmed or trained, an AI machine to pick out or to train to clean up the oceans. And so as we go through the game, it's going to give us some interesting information about cleaning oceans. And basically, we have to train the game. So this is a game. We're going to get started. We're going to take you through a couple rounds, look for some things that you're going to look for. And then teachers, this would be a great one to play another day once you kind of know what to look for. So I'm going to hit continue here. Now, it says, my job is to say whether something is a fish or not a fish. Okay, so right now, this AI, it's got like an empty brain. So if you look at the top right up beside the trash can, the top right here, it says 0. So this AI machine, it doesn't know if something's a trash or a fish. It has not been taught anything. So it doesn't know anything yet. So our job is going to be to train it. So we're going to use the buttons here, not fish or fish. I'm going to play, and I know Miss Nixdorf's playing along here too. So we're going to compare our games and how they go. So let's go here. So this first one, I think, is not a fish. Okay, so it's just this easy: fish, not a fish. So teachers, you can do this with your whole class. You can put this up on the big screen, and you can have students come up and take a turn, or students can do their own. So 17 billion pounds of plastic enters the ocean each year. Now, here's the thing, Mrs. Nixdorf. Do you think that every single bit of that plastic looks the same?
Of course not.
Of course not. So we we can't train AI to know every single thing that might be a plastic garbage. So that's why AI is so important. It has to say, well, based on what I know, I predict that this thing is plastic. So I'm going to scoop that
Right.
out. But we don't want AI to scoop out the fish. Okay, so that's why it's so important. Okay. We're going to keep going here. So with each click, I'm still training. Okay, so fish, not fish, fish.
So friends, can you see
Whoops.
Mrs. Canakin's brain in the top right-hand corner of the screen is changing now. She's done
Yeah.
11 different trainings.
I made an oops. I was going too fast. Okay, 80% of ocean pollution comes from land. It costs $13 billion a year, and that doesn't. We can't even keep up in the cleaning.
Oh, I believe it.
Okay, so here's the thing. As I'm training, you might have caught. I made a mistake already. So I'm going to make a mistake on purpose here. I'm going to say that this light bulb is a fish. Okay, so this is a mistake that I'm doing on purpose. And that's kind of how we train fish. So I'm gonna be done here. It's like, wow, this is just like I'm just clicking a button. This is whatever. So I'm gonna hit continue. I've only got 18 things that I've trained, but I've gotten some fish and some other things. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna test our AI to see if the AI knows what a fish looks like. Okay.
We're gonna get it right.
Yeah. So let's see here. It's gonna get some ocean creatures and fish are gonna come by. And based on my training, how I trained it with 18 things, let's see how it does.
How accurate.
Okay, so I'm going to click run, and now look at that. See, it's perfect.
So far.
Look at, yes, I did a perfect job.
Oh, it kept the fork.
What? Oh,
look at that. Some of those items are going, look at that. Kept a tire.
okay. Friends, let us know in the chat here what's happening. Why is my AI so wrong? Okay, so I want to know, why is my AI so wrong? Now I'm going to stop my AI. And now, Miss Nixdorf, let's pop over to your screen. Are you ready? So we're going to put Miss Nixdorf's. She's been playing along too. Miss Nixdorf, how long have you been playing?
Well, that was a lunchtime project.
How many trainings did you do?
I did 154 trainings. And our friends in the chat are telling us, Mrs. Cannikins, part of the problem was that you picked some wrong items.
I picked some wrong items. Okay,
what
so
happened.
Miss Nixdorf. Now, Mrs. Nixdorf was obviously playing ahead of time, but she got up to 150. Let's see how her system does. So this is Miss Nixdorf's screen now. Okay. So let's see how her AI does. I bet it's going to be like mine and get some wrong.
Let's see.
I didn't even have that oil jug. Oh, it caught the can holders for yours.
No, I think my AI got a little bit better training.
Okay, when I notice, what I'm seeing is I didn't even get a sock. I didn't get an oil jug. I didn't get lots of that. Okay, so with Miss Nixdorf's better training, you can see how much more accurate the AI is. Okay, so we're going to come back to my screen here.
Well, Mrs. Cannikins, our friends predicted in the chat that because I have more training, that's why it did better. They said yours didn't work very well because you didn't train it long.
Well, exactly. I was absolutely lazy and I didn't train it enough. And so that's what we want you to be able to see, that it matters. Okay, so let's continue here. I'm gonna keep going with my AI. Okay, so all of these things based on my training is what AI identified as fish. Oh my goodness. I see a light bulb, I see a fork, I see tires, I see plastic can holders. Ooh. And over here, if I click up here, I can switch. Okay, so I could go back and train more, but I'm just going to continue. So we'll continue to see what happens next. Okay, so let's see. Next round. So now we know that there's not only fish in the ocean, but there's also other creatures. Okay, so what if the training data was used to decide what belonged in the water? So there's lots of other sea creatures that you didn't even train, Mrs. Nixdorf.
Well, and I did 150 some. And I
Okay,
didn't get to this.
so what it says, does our training approach cause unintended consequences? So let's run. So what's happened now is, based on my training, it's gonna add some other things in here. There's a tire, coffee. Oh, see, turtle, otter. What?
But
Okay.
those are sea creatures.
All right, so those definitely belong in the water, but they're not fish. So I didn't train it to recognize those
Right.
things, so it thinks that it's plastic. Again, look at this. AI only learns what we teach it. AI is not smart. It is not a human. It does not have a brain. It is a trained predicting machine, and it's only as good as the people who train it. Okay, so we're going to do some more training here. Okay. So, Miss Nixdorf, maybe you should train some too. Okay, does
Okay.
this belong in the water? Okay. No. Plastic debris, garbage. It just doesn't look ugly. Did you know that birds and fish eat the plastic and then that gets into their bellies? It makes them sick, or they get all tangled up in it. So sea plastic is a big problem. Okay, so I'm going to keep training here. Ooh, not that one. I did a mistake again by accident. Okay. Okay, I figure that I've done about enough again. 86% of all sea turtle species have been affected by garbage. Oops.
What? I'm running into technical difficulties,
Okay.
Mrs. Canakin, so I didn't get a chance to keep training.
Okay, that's okay. I've done some good training over here this time. We'll be good. Okay. Any predictions, friends? Here we go. Let's see how my new training went. I did like 17 things this time. Oh, apple core. Oh, what? Huh.
Well, looks like it's doing a little bit better.
Well, everything.
Ooh, everything's going now.
There's no garbage in my world here. So if I was getting trained, paid, there we go.
Oh, so interesting, because notice how the food items are going through, but the tin can didn't. Oh, but the coffee cup did.
Okay. Well, my training. Okay. All of the things on screen, based on my training, belong in the water. Oh, Miss Nixdorf, there's a lot of garbage in there, a lot of trash. So if the animals were counting on me, I would not be keeping them very safe. Again, why did that happen? Because why? What's wrong with my training again? What's my major? What's the thing that I did that I shouldn't have done? Or what didn't I do right? All right, train him more. Okay, I got some wrong that affected it. Okay, I just need more training. Okay, yes, more training. So we can see here, Mrs. Nixdorf trained her machine a lot, and it was like very, very accurate. I didn't train mine. I was maybe quick. Maybe I was trying to
So your initial set of training was too short.
and so was my second. And then my second one
Interesting.
was also built poorly on that as well. Okay.
Right.
So this one's going to teach us about training and bias. And we're going to I'm going to tell you about this one here. We're going to skip through that. Here's the thing. What type of fish do you want to train? So I'm going to say, let's pick it's red. Let's pick red as a Christmas color. So what we're going to see here is how when someone trains something, there can be some bias involved. And bias is when we have to make a decision as a human being. And so now I have to pick fish that are red. Okay, so I'm going to train. Okay, so I want fish that are red.
Okay, Mrs. Canakins, our friends are saying don't rush this time.
Okay,
Take
no
your
rushing.
time.
Okay, red. Okay, so not red. Oh.
There's red.
Okay,
but
so
the fish.
So
main
here, okay, so
color.
I have to make a decision.
Right.
This is the trainer, the AI trainer, making a decision. I'm going to say red. Oh, I don't know. Not red. Not red. Okay, this one has a red body, so I'm going to say red. This one has a red body. That one has a red body. Not red, not red. Do you think it has? Okay, friends, it says I could continue. Do you think we have enough data or should I keep going? Okay, I think, well, I only have 10. I like to get at least 15. Not red, not red, red, not red, not red. Oh, see, this is good.
Our friends are happy because they
Okay.
wanted you to keep going.
Okay. Whoop, too fast. Oh, okay.
See, you're
oh,
too fast. You're
I know.
rushing.
Okay.
You're rushing, Miss Canican.
What did we do with the fins? Red, not red.
Well, one of our friends said it's not predominantly red. I really like that word.
Okay,
choice.
so then I'll change now so that it has to be body red, like this one. Okay. All right. So I did 30. I did almost double. Okay. So we'll get finished. We'll kind of keep going here. All right. So let's see how we do. That one had red fins. Okay.
Oh,
What? How come that one? I was sure I got all the red bodies. Okay, red fins. What's it gonna do?
see, maybe it's a yellow body.
Oh, the red fins got through that time. That one's all red. Red body. What about this guy? Oh, red fins got through, but okay, so because I was inconsistent with the red fins, sometimes I said yes to red fins, sometimes I said no. My training is a mess here. Now, oh, look at that. Based on my training, I've got, I let that one, it doesn't have any red at all. That one has a couple red fins. All right.
That could be that time you rushed.
Yes, rushing. So you can see when we're in a hurry how that doesn't just affect our schoolwork, that can even affect AI training. Now, we're gonna move on here. There are a couple more levels to this game. The next one, it gets even more important for bias. When you watch this, friends, you have to watch the bias video because the next one, we have to tell what the emotion of a fish is.
Well, you know what, Mrs. Cannikins, Blakely has said, even when you teach it well, AI can still make mistakes.
It can.
So that's a really important thing to point out.
Because it is always just guessing and predicting. So that is super important. So you can see here how training impacts it, but even then AI can still make mistakes. Yeah. So friends, this game is to help you understand machine learning, how AI is trained. Now, so far, really, these were pretty easy, right? Fish, not fish. But the next two levels get pretty difficult because we have to make judgment decisions. What does a surprised fish look like? What does a sad fish look like? And the emotions aren't always clear.
Well, and I didn't know fish had emotions.
Yes,
so this could be really tricky.
So when you get to level 7 and 8, you're going to see that the more that humans have to make judgments when they were training the AI over time, that will affect how AI today has what we call bias. Because somebody said, "Ooh, that's red," or "Ooh, that fish is happy." And it trained the machine, and that has lasting consequences. Okay, so students, when should you use AI as we wrap up here in the next minute or two? First of all, when your teacher gives you permission to. In Prairie Rose, your teachers might not be having you use AI very much, but you should certainly only use AI when your teacher gives you permission to. And it's super important that you're not using AI when you're practicing a new skill. We need to learn how to read and to write and to do lots and lots of things without AI doing shortcuts for us. And so here's a little trick I like to use if we're not sure if it's okay to use AI. If we replace AI with the name of someone who normally helps us, like our mom or our brother, that can help us determine whether or not it's okay to use AI. So if you look at the first example, you might say, can AI help me with my homework? Well, I'm not sure. But if you change it to, can my brother Sam do my homework for me? You know that that's wrong. Now, on the other hand, if you say, well, would it be okay if I asked AI for some ideas to get me started on my project? If you change that to, well, would it be okay if I asked my brother Sam or my friend Sam for some ideas because I'm stuck? Maybe that's okay. So Always make sure that your teacher is okay if or knows if you're using AI. And if you're not sure, give it this little test. Would it be okay if my brother did the work for me? If the answer is no, then it's probably not okay if AI is doing it for you either. All right, so we hope that you learned a few things about AI. And teachers, you can dive into the Hour of AI. There's a whole bunch of different lessons there. There's lessons in coding. Some of the lessons are kind of quick ones where you click through and you do an adventure like we do today. Some take more planning and setup on the teacher's end, but we hope that you will dig into Hour of AI. And if you do, teachers, make sure that you're recording every activity on that Hour of AI website. And if you want some digital art, don't forget you can go to our co-taught lessons and do digital art with us. Friends, we would love it as you leave today to write in the chat for us what's one thing that you learned about AI. It might be recess time, so we may have lost you already. If you're still with us, what's one thing you learned about AI that's going to stick with you? Bye-bye. See you next time.